I'm your Welcome 23. You're joining me for Elementalists, Book 2, Chapter 14, No Bounds. You and Atlas rush Gemma to Dean Swaff's office, while your friends spread out through the halls to make sure you aren't caught by any professors. Gemma is unconscious on Atlas's back, magic sparking off of her in sudden pops. Hurry before she wakes up and loses control again. I'm doing my best. It kinda hurts having a source's magic zapping you every 2 seconds for the record. As you approach Dean Swan's office, the door swings inward and she sticks her head out. There you are. Come, Elma's waiting for you. You're welcome, by the way. As soon as you and Atlas sprint inside, Elma strides forward, taking Gemma from Atlas and sitting her gently in one of the armchairs. She pushes the hair away from Gemma's right ear, exposing what looks like a coiled birthmark on the side of her neck. I feared it would come to this. Her bindings have frayed beyond repair. They must be undone. Her hand flares with bright red energy. She touches a finger to the end of the spiral and begins to trace the design. When our human bodies expire, our energy, our essence, is released back into the rest of the matter that makes up the world. But Gemma didn't expire. Cain expulsed her, forcing her to scatter into a million tiny atoms that sped off in all directions. That sounds crazy. I'm not following at all. Also, can we get back to the whole he scattered her thing? Because, whoa. If you cannot understand it the first time, why would I waste my breath explaining it twice? Why do you have such an attitude problem? Elma finishes tracing the spiral, which now glows red. She covers the symbol with her palm, her hand shining a brilliant white. It was the first time a source had destroyed another source. We didn't know such a thing was possible, or how to collect a source's scattered atoms. But you figure out how to piece her back together. How did you save her? I created a new body for her atoms to bind to. Then Thea and Gnome altered, assuming their human forms to care for her as she recovered. She lifts her hand away from Gemma. You can see that the mark has disappeared. Over the next 2 millennia, her atoms began returning bit by bit. She had to be rebound to new bodies when her previous ones expired. This is still not quite whole, but she could be able to manage without the binding now. Is that really a risk we want to? A blinding flash of light cuts Atlas off. You open your eyes to find Gemma staring back at you. The ground beneath your feet rumbles as her voice resonates off the walls. Who are you? I'm absolutely terrified. Thea-san. If you remember Thea, your sister, or I guess what, wait, are you our Aunt Nen?
That's impossible. Don't try to toy with me, mortal.
She takes you in and looks at Atlas. A spark of recognition flicks in her eyes. But how? It's true, they are indeed children of Thea. Elma? In a flash, Gemma crosses the room and runs into Elma's arms, sobbing against her shoulder. I was so scared. Rafe trapped me and my powers were flaring, but I didn't know why, and I couldn't remember who I was. Elma sighs heavily, but still wraps her arms around Gemma, even presses her cheek to Gemma's hair in an almost motherly way. You've been in human form for a long while. I'm afraid you're stuck with these emotions until you leave this body. Gemma takes a deep breath and nods before stepping back. Wiping away her tears, she turns to you and Atlas. You and your friends saved me from Rafe's prison. Thank you for finding me. I was beginning to think nobody would ever come. We've been looking for you for a while. I'm sorry it took so long, and there's still so much to tell you. Fill Gemma in on the events surrounding Cain's release and the roles you each need to play in order to re-prison him. I see. What you're saying sounds right, but I can't remember much of what you speak. She sways. Dean Swan rushes forward to catch her. I know you're technically a source, so please don't take this the wrong way, but I really think you could use some rest. Wait, you're Evelyn Swan. The professor, when he knows. This is Penderghast. Winnie's here. Can I see her? She means Elise. Elise Winifred Goffey. You, Alice, and Dean Swan share a tragic look. You remember Dean Joffey slowly dying as she lay on the floor of Rafe's lab. Gemma, she's dead. I'm so sorry Rafe killed her before he tried to kill me and Alice. It was the same night we accidentally set Kane free. Winnie's...
She cannot be dead. She promised she'd be home for the summer.
The office shakes, toppling books out of the shelves and pins off the desk. Atlas rushes forward. Gemma, please. I know how much it hurts to lose people you care about. Rafe killed my caretakers, he killed and Ezekiel's dad, he killed so many people, and I know this doesn't make it any better, but he's gone now. He holds steady even as the office shakes around him. Finally Gemma sags in anguish, and the shaking stops. She was so kind to me, and I didn't even get to say goodbye. Another of the many downfalls of being human. Death rips those you care for far away from you without warning. Gemma, now that Alma's unbound you, do you remember how to seal Kane? No, I remember that I'm a source, and I know Kane hurt me in the past, but I barely remember anything else. I don't know how to access my powers. I can't even remember the seal I used against Kane. The full unbinding process will take time. Now you must rest so that you are strong enough to continue. There must be more I can do for you now. You saved me. I can't just go take a nap. She screws her eyes shut, her face reddening with effort. All I remember are brief snatches from my past. I remember saying goodbye to Winnie, and before that, Alma binding my scattered atoms. I remember a conversation with Kane, too. We were on a hill. I think it was before the battle, where I sealed him. I could show you. We'll take anything we can get, right, Ezekiel? Memories from a source's past are more than anything. There could be valuable information hidden in them. In Before Diamond Choice, play Emma to see flashbacks from her past and learn more about Kane's plot. Don't worry about it. You're exhausted from everything that's happened tonight. Alma's right. What's important right now is that you rest. I guess you're right. I'll try to remember more later. Very well, in the meantime, Ezekiel and Atlas don't have the luxury of resting. Kane will return at any moment, and you two must mount the first attack. Come, we'll continue our work on stabilizing your powers. You and Atlas leave Gemma with Dean Swan and follow Atlas around to Sun At practice room. You know, I'm starting to wonder what the best way to stabilize a magic is. Nothing we've really tried works. Call out your power. Alma whips out an arm, shooting blood magic right at you. You barely unleash your refractionary magic in time to shield yourself. A warning would be nice. Refractionary energy sparks from around Atlas as he takes up a defensive posture beside you. She's testing us. She won't give us any warnings. Good! You both have your wits about you. Now control your magic. Alma sends another stronger wave of blood magic at Atlas, who tries to defend, but is blasted into a pillar. Ezekiel, if you can hold your own against me, Kane will be no problem for you. Now control your powers and fight back. Blast her magic out of the way. I'm getting really sick of this. You rear your hand back and punch. A blast of refractionary energy shoots like a cannonball from your fist, completely disintegrating Alma's attack. Good, but this is only the beginning. She fires back relentlessly, giving you no time to rest. You stumble back as her attack races towards you. Tim appears in front of you, and with a flash of light, he dispels Alma's attack. Impossible! Have you not met Tim? Tim, meet Alma. We must destroy. Tim, you stopped a source? How'd you do that? Body still glowing with ethereal light, Tim races to your side, but as he nears, his form flickers, taking on a new shape. Tim has Digivolved! Okay, Tim. You've been on some drugs, I see. Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are champions. Tim stops at your side, the crystals of his elbows and knees glowing as bright as the antenna on his head. He watches Helmo with suspicion. When she makes no move to attack, Tim's form flickers, and then another glow of light, he returns to his former size. Digimon! Crawl! What just happened? He got so big, and now he's back to how he was before. I see. As you come closer to controlling your powers, your magical potential grows. As your potential grows, so does your familiars. So, he got bigger because Ezekiel's magic is so strong? Yes. Being around Ezekiel's immense power is a strain on him in its current form, which leaves him at a disadvantage in battle. He's trying to adapt a form that can channel Ezekiel's magic, so that he can stand by his side in battle without being plagued by pain. It's incredible that he's managed in such a small form for so long. Battle must be excruciating for him. Damn, you never told me it was that tough being around me. So sorry, buddy. Tim jumps in your arms and nuzzles against your face. He wouldn't want to make you feel bad. He knows you're going through a lot and he wants to be there to help. But trying to help me has gotten you hurt, Tim. You barely stood a chance against Kane. He's too strong. And that lady at Kane's tea party kicked you, and I can't let people keep hurting you. Evolved, Tim will be able to channel your immense power and help you in battle. Tim lets out a loud croak of determination, his eyes slitting happily. Body starts to glow again. Evolve Tim so he can help you face down Kane together. Without evolving, Tim won't be able to join the fight. 45 diamonds! 45 Okay, question. For all of you that bought the actual diamond pets, do you have to pay for it too? Are you gonna have to pay for your wolf and the other thing to evolve? Let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, nice try, Pixelberry. 45 diamonds. No. I like you how you are, buddy. I promise I'll get my powers under control soon. Things will be back to normal. Tim gives you a gentle head button and disappears back in the ether. Alma sighs. Your heart is not in this fight. I see now that you need to center yourself first. We will pick up our training tomorrow. She walks out of the Sunhat room, calling an end to your practice. You know, Piccolo and Vegeta would never do such a thing. Actually, Goku wouldn't either. Early the next morning, you're reading your mother's diary, looking for any clues about her whereabouts, and you stumble across something promising. In 1695, Desmond Penderghast won a duel against an evil Fernandez Fitzpatrick, who opposed the principles of Penderghast. The place of their bloody duel atop the hill would later become their practice room for Sun Attune students. Bloody duel. This has to be where the first blood was spilled. I have to get to Atlas. Ezekiel, help us! Atlas's panicked voice filters into your senses from afar, your magic flares pulling you into a vision. Your friends are pinned to the pillars of the Sunhat room. Kane floats around them, a gleeful smile warping his face. Oh, you poor little lambs, helpless without your progenitor Sunhat. Are you a pathetic entourage you make? I'll show you pathetic. Ugh! Kane cackles as Atlas's refractionary energy turns on him. The rest of your friends twitch, electricity sparking off of them. Oh, hang on, everyone. Ezekiel's coming. I know he is. Can't branch for help. You're a monster, Kane. A coward to boot. Rather than facing Ezekiel himself, you've gone after his friends. Kane laughs, a high, cruel sound that makes your blood boil. Gasp is pounding on your door, yanks you out of your vision. Your door flies open, and Gemma stumbles inside, her eyes wide. Kane's on campus, and I can't find Elma. There's no time to look for her. Kane's in the Sunhat room, and he has my friends. We have to go. You leap to your feet, but Gemma catches your arm. Wait, take this. It'll help you in the battle to come. She thrusts a piece of metal in your hands. A crown? Holy! As soon as you touch it, the sun magic flares through you. The headpiece starts glowing. This was your mother's. Alma was holding onto it, but you'll need it to boost your powers against Kane's. Oh!
Oh my god, I hate you so much!
Take your mother's headpiece for a sun magic boost that gives you control over the passage of time. don't know if I can handle all the power when I don't have the refractionary energy under control. I hope you're sure. We can't waste another second. Let's go. You and Gemma sprint out of your bedroom towards the Sunat room. You charge in the Sunat classroom to find Kane standing in the center, smiling indulgently as your friends struggle through their bindings. Ah, Ezekiel, Gemma! How wonderful for both of you to join us. If you don't let go of my friends this second, Kane, I'll burn more than that stupid mustache off your face. Actually, now that I think of it, he kind of looks like Dr. Disrespect. Yep, I'm gonna burn it off his face. I'd be more than happy to, but first I'd like you to use your mother's pendant to unlock the sun crystal for me. Ezekiel, don't listen to... Kane waves his hand and Atlas writhes and twitches against his pillar. The clock is ticking, Ezekiel. I did promise I would burn your most cherished, but I suppose electrocuting to death is close enough. Kane, how much suffering must you cause before you're satisfied? The laugh, Kane squeezes his hand into a fist, and all your friends go rigid as electricity surrounds their bodies. We get it, they're all being electrocuted. I'm not doing each and every one of them. Kane, I'll never help you. I don't know how it hasn't gotten through to your head yet, but I can't stand you. You'll never get anything from me. We'll see about that. Everyone has a breaking point, Ezekiel. We'll just have to find out what yours is. Must you always hurt people, Kane? Gemma takes the chance to strike, sending a boulder at Kane, but he bats it aside carelessly. That form is so weak, Gemma. It's like you're not a source at all. Too bad. I was expecting to have much more fun. Blast Gemma up to the ceiling, she crashes against the top of the dome and drops to the floor with a loud thud. A weak groan escapes her. Ezekiel, you have to free your friends. You pull the Mischief Maker out of your pocket, squeezing it tightly in your hand. I could use a distraction about now. You shouldn't have given this to me if you don't want me to use it, Kane. Buzzing fills the air as insect swarms out of the metal, rushing at Kane in a sifting whirl of colors. He tries to block them, blow them aside, but they reform around him. Curse you, brat! With Kane distracted, you run towards your friends, only to collide with the barrier. You can make out a strange shift in the air in front of you. Ezekiel will ward it in. Not for long. I could you destroy the ward with a slicing spell. Let's cut this ward apart. You form a huge blade of razor-sharp air in your hand and let it loose at the ward. It slams into the barrier, blasting a hole right down the middle. It's breaking. Keep at it, Ezekiel. You throw another gigantic air shuriken at the ward, which gives a shudder and shatters in the massive surge of magic. Ah, that ward was no match for you. You take a step forward, and a gust of wind cuts across your cheek, slicing it open. The storm suddenly rages between you and your friends. Ugh, what the hell? It's gotta be a second line of defense. Ezekiel, be careful! That wind will rip you apart! Redirect the wind. See how Kane likes this. You channel your magic into the wind, changing its direction so it hits right for Kane. It slices into him, tearing his suit to shreds and spraying blood everywhere. Ah! Not so fond of wind anymore, are you? You blink and your friends are gone. You're standing on the roof of Rafe's lab, his machine glowing menacingly. You look around, heart pounding. Very funny, Kane. But you quit hiding behind your illusions. Illusions? You know this place is real. You've been here before. Atlas steps out from behind a machine, standing over a figure strapped down on the platform. Atlas, please don't do this. Shut it. Trio's chest rips open, straining the fabric of her lace shirt with blood. Atlas, stop. Atlas turns to look at you, his eyes icy and distant. Without a word, he pulls a lever beside Rafe's machine. She crumples, writhing in pain beneath the metal straps. Her eyes meet yours desperately as her body chars to a crisp. Ezekiel, I love... You haven't fooled me, Kane. I'm done with this illusion. Adolescento. No! Atlas and the lab fade into nothing, leaving you back in the Sunat classroom. How impressive. But you only dispelled that thanks to my tutelage. You'd be nothing without me. Not done yet, Kane. Channel the rest of your magic into the rays of light streaming into the room, twisting them to the creature Kane taught you to make. The monster charges Kane, skewering him with his antlers and flinging him around. Ah! Kane snarls and knocks the creature aside with a massive gust of air. Your illusion disappears into a poof.
I'm through with these petulant games.
Kane's source energy erupts around him and shoots straight at you. Before you can react, a shield appears in front of you, guarding you from the blast. Whoa. It's my armchair. Looks like another one of your gifts is giving me a hand, Kane. Curse you. What? Why'd you give us gifts then, you dummy? Goosebumps rise over your body as Kane pummels the shield with vicious wind, but the barrier holds strong. Ezekiel, hurry. Before he breaks through, I can get myself free, but you've got to help the others. You turn back to your friends, still pinned to the pillars, deciding who to free first. Beckett, since he's the second strongest. I've got you. You dispel the bindings, holding Beckett to the column. He lands beside you, magic already glowing as he glares at Kane. What do you say we teach this ruffian a lesson, Ezekiel? I couldn't agree more. The chandelier hovering at the top of the room comes rushing down, slams into Kane as the metal twists around him. Ugh! You're in violation of about 50 school rules, so I'm afraid we're gonna have to ask you to leave. You're free to friend to deal with another blow to Kane. How'd that feel, Kane? Kane's magic swirls around him, lifting him high into the air.
I have given you every chance to assist me willingly. Now I will demand it. Place the pendant against the sun crystal.
A bolt of lightning streaks out of Kane's hands and rips through you. Your muscles go rigid and your jaw locks so that you can't even scream. Stop, leave him alone.
Quiet!
Kane blows the rest of her friends out of the room, leaving Atlas pinned to the pillar to watch as he brings down another jet of lightning on you. Your jaw unlocks and you scream, your throat raw as electricity surges through you. Your skin begins to burn as you're overwhelmed by pain.
Give it to me!
No, never! Blast after blast of electricity shreds through you, darkening your vision. Atlas's voice filters into your consciousness, his shouts agonizing.
Ezekiel, just give it to him. He's gonna kill you. Listen to your wise brother, Ezekiel.
No. Your eyes roll back as the darkness presses in on you. Gate's laughter comes from far away. You can barely feel any more pain.
Is this the end?
Kane, that's enough. I'll give you what you want. Fractionary magic surges around Atlas, and he breaks free from his bindings. Kane raises a skeptical eyebrow, but his magic holds around you halts. You groan as consciousness rushes back in, your entire body singed and broken. Alice digs into your bag and pulls out your mother's pendant.
Alice, no. You can't do this. With the sun crystal, Kane will be unstoppable.
I'm sorry, Ezekiel, but I can't watch you die. Alice clutches the pendant in his fist as his jaw approaches the pedestal in the center of the room and presses the pendant against it. When the light fades, Kane glows with power, the sun crystal clutched in his hands, and a manic grin on his face.
Finally. Finally.
You haven't won yet, Kane. This ends here. Alma's magic smashes into Kane, but to your horror, he counters easily. Stagger to your feet as she beats her back.
So you finally figured your way out of the trap my adherents set for you. But you're too late. With the crystal, my power eclipses yours.
Oof. Oh, this can't be. He's too strong. Alma needs our help. I'll summon a shade. But our powers aren't balanced yet. We're supposed to use blood magic. Doesn't matter, we're running out of options. Reach for your particles of life in the air all around you and force them to come together, grimacing as you will the shade into being. Woohoo! It's so small! You did it. You really did it. Shade, help Alma. With a scream that rattles your eardrums, the shade sails at Kane, wraps him in his spindly arms, stopping his assault on Alma. The tides have turned, Kane. You use the summoning spell to land an extra hit on Kane.
No!
Kane's wails as Alma's magic washes over him, but then he regains himself, a smile spreading across his face.
Is it blood that magic, Ezekiel? Why, it's like I'm seeing a whole new vicious side of you.
Kane's power explodes out of him, disintegrating your shade and sending Alma tumbling backward. She tries to rise, but Kane blasts her further back. No, there has to be more I can do. Emma staggers back in the sun-app room, tripping and falling to her knees. Ezekiel, there's a fire-earth spell I've studied that can turn even the hardest stone into lava. You can use it to trap Kane. This could be our last chance to stop him. If we buy Alma even a little bit of advantage, it's worth it. Add the lava spell to your spellbook to counter Kane and see the true story about what happened in Pompeii. I hate you. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna ignore it. There's no time, we just need to take him head on. Hey, scumbag, why don't you try us on for size? We aren't gonna let you hurt anyone else. You and Alice rush at Kane, but with a flick of his fingers, you go flying into a pillar. Your head cracks against the stone, and you crumble to a heap on the marble.
Perhaps if you had mastery over your powers, you would be a match for me. But you wanted harmony with your magic.
Kane rises in the air, bringing you with him. A sinister smile curls across his face as he tightens his fingers around your throat.
It seems that you're out of power. Do you have any last words before I end you?
Yes. Die. You pull your fist back and then bury it into Kane's stomach.
Perish!
Kane tosses you away from him and then fires his magic right at you. No! When your vision clears, you're on the floor. Alma drops to her knees in front of you. Blue magic cuts deep fissures through her skin. She clutches her chest. Alma, you saved me. She grabs your shoulders, her skin flaking apart, her voice rasps out. Listen to me quickly, before this form expires. I should have told you the truth about your mother. She tried to save the man she loved. She strayed from the path, the natural order. Reviving the dead, calling the expired essence back to this living realm, distorts this order. I sealed her powers to keep the balance. You sealed her? How? How do we free her? You've done an incredible job fighting Kane. Oh, you'll succeed, even without me. Wait, what are you saying? You can't leave us. Impressed Alma over the last year. You can do it. You can defeat him.
That's enough of that.
Alma's body begins to balloon. Filling with air, she grows bigger and bigger until she explodes. No! Refractionary magic bursts off of you. Pummeling Kane, he clutches at his face, bellowing in agony as the smell of charred flesh hits the air. You had enough strain to deal one last blow to Kane. Yeah, but it wasn't enough. He lowers his hands, sickening burns disfiguring half of his face. Snarls at you, spittle flying from his melted lips.
I should kill you and Gemma now, but I'll wait until I've exterminated the other sources. I want you to know true despair.
Kane flies out of the room, on swirling winds, his voice trickling back to you, edged with cruel laughter. I think I'll pay your pathetic mother a visit next. I've waited millennia for my revenge, and I'm sure she's dying to see me. You did not learn the lava spell. Yeah, bite me. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, I'm just saying. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. What did you think? Was it good? Was it bad? Let me know. Criticism is also welcome for yours truly. Without further ado, thank you for watching. Peace!